Welcome to TexasTech.com. I'm Brian Jensen, along with John Harris, Chris Level, the broadcast crew for the Texas Tech Sports Network. And this weekend's game between your Texas Tech Red Raiders and the Kansas State Wildcats, another matchup against top 20 teams. And, boy, this one ought to be a dandy with Kansas State all the way at number 3. And we're on the road in Manhattan, Kansas this week, John. Keys to the game is this segment. What's your key for this week?
Kansas State does a lot of things very well, particularly on offense. But for the Red Raiders, if you score or if you do not and you have to punt the football, or if you score and you kick off, special teams becomes huge in this game because you've got a Kansas State team with punt returners and kickoff returners, same guys, but they average more than 20 yards a punt return, more than 30 yards on kickoff returns. They are guys that can put the pressure on your special teams and make some big plays that can really turn the tide in a ball game. I think you have to play well in those areas, not let them get a big play, not let them get the momentum, and use that to help Kansas State win the ball game. Got to find a way to cut down on that.
Certainly burned the Red Raiders in special teams a year ago.
It's been an issue, yes.
How about you, Chris?
Yeah, I remember that kickoff return for a touchdown, those blocked field goals. That wasn't a lot of fun. To me, the strength of this Kansas State team is that there is no weakness. I mean, so they're going to be – I think they're going to be one of those defenses that kind of gives you some things underneath. They're going to give you a little running game. And so be greedy about being patient. In all seriousness, I think you have to take what they give you and take and take and take. You're going to have to be very selective with the shots that you do take downfield, because if you screw up on it and you get greedy with something, they're going to pounce. This is a team that does not get penalties. They don't turn the ball over. They're the only team in the country that is not allowed a point off of a turnover. That's the only one. So you've got to take care of business and be careful. But I would just say be patient and don't get greedy with anything that you're doing.
I get it. Pounce, Wildcats. Yeah, I get it. Well, my key is to do the one thing that nobody has been able to do yet this season, but what the heck, and that is stop the one-man wrecking crew, Colin Klein. The guy has 14 touchdowns on the ground at quarterback. If you can somehow hit him early, hit him often, somehow get him off his game a little bit, maybe then you have an opportunity to slow down the Wildcats and do what you want to do. Because if Colin Klein gets churning and gets that offense going where he wants it to go, I think it'll be a long day for the Red Raiders, as it has been for just about every other team so far this season. Those are the keys to the game this week. Red Raiders against Kansas State, 2:30 kickoff, 1:30 we'll be on with the pregame show on your Texas Tech Sports Network.